And welcome to day 2 of the ACCC Volleyball Championship here at the Mobile Civic Center. As we are about to get this day underway, our first match of today. First of 4 that we'll have here on court number 1, as it'll involve the Wallace State Hansville Lions versus Bishop State Wildcats. As Bishop State had to survive last night in the play-in game against Lawson State, which ultimately determine how the rest of the bracket was going to look like for the rest of the weekend. But Bishop State with a 5-set thriller, coming in with a 10-10 overall record, and went 6-4 in the conference out of the South Division. While on the other side, Wallace Hansfield coming in as the number 1 seed out of the North with a 39-4 overall record. A phenomenal season for the Lions. Went 12-0 in the conference, and they are trying to come out with a huge victory here in the first match that they will play against Bishop State, fresh off of their victory last night. Wallace State is under head coach Randy Daniel in his 17th season with the Lions, while for Bishop State, they're under head coach Nicole Kishok. And we are ready to rock and roll here at the Mobile Civic Center. Good crowd here today for the first of 4 matches that we have on schedule today. Hansfield will be over to the right. Bishop State will be over to the left, as the Wildcats will be in all white, while Wallace Hansfield will be in their dark blue with white number plates. And we are underway here at the Mobile Civic Center, as we have 2 courts currently going on, and it's going to be a kill by number 12, Tamaria Taylor. And Bishop State with a phenomenal start to this one, 1-0. And the Wildcats were in the tournament last year, were unable to come out with a couple of victories, but they're trying to change it here this year, while Wallace Hansfield was the runner-up to Monroe. This year we do not have a New York team in this tournament. We have Poole River, who's facing off against LBW as we speak. Good rally here, and it'll be a Bishop State point. 2-0 Wildcats. Excellent start for them. As we'll take a look at the stats for the Wildcats, coming in 19 matches, a 10.99 kills per set, 195 hitting percentage with 9.88 assists per set. Hudo with a nice setup right there. Good defense here by the Wildcats. Sent over by Taylor, trying to find an opening. Good defense here by the Lions. They'll send it over. Another chance here for Taylor. She'll tip it over. Good rally here for the 3rd point. Nice block at the net from Griffin and company. Nice diving play. King over the middle. Tipped up in the air. Nice diving play with one arm. They'll keep it alive here. Who's going to come up with the 3rd set point of this one? Sent over by the Wildcats. Blocked at the middle of the net. We still continue play here. Wildcats on the 3rd touch. Taylor tips it over, and there it is. Bishop State, a hard-earned point right there, makes it 3-0 here in set number 1. The libero will serve it again here for Bishop State in her all-black uniform with yellow letters for the nameplate. As she'll send it away, Bishop State with a 3-0 lead. Almost technically a home game for the Wildcats, since they're only a couple of miles up the road from where their location is currently at. They'll send it over on the 3rd touch, keeping it in play. Tipped over, nicely played right there. Quinn with the attack. Hansel reloads. They'll send it over, and it's a mishap. That'll be a kill on the right side of the net. Looks like that was number 6, Anna Holt, as she's able to get Wallace Hansfield on the board. Going back to the stats for Bishop State, 1.84 blocks per set, 229 service aces per set, and just over 12 dids per set. And a nice block at the net for the Lions. Let's see, Weber and company with the block. And Hansfield, after a very slow start to this set number 1, starting to find their groove here, down 3 points to 2 here in set number 1. There's Taylor again, got too much power on that attack. We'll go down as an attack here, and Wallace Hansfield with 3 straight set points. This will be a serve from number 13, Addison Stewart. Addison Stewart from Huntsville, Alabama, listed as a utility player. Taylor will send it over, almost went into the scorekeeper's table. Chance here for the Lions. Popped up in the air, and this is going to go to the opposite court, as there will be a kill by number 14, Braylee Quinn. And the Lions have their first lead of set number 1. Both teams will have 2 timeouts in each set. It is a best of 5. That will go down as a service error for the Lions. That will be by number 13, Addison Stewart, who went on a very good run. Substitutions as number 2, Jaden Jemison, will come out. State will send it away. That is Manning, and she hits it into the net, so both teams will trade service errors. It'll be a 5-4 lead here for Hanceville. Addison Dunnigan, number 22, will serve it away here for the Lions. 39 wins for Wallace Hanceville, trying to cap off the end of the year with a conference championship. Block at the net. Lions will reload as they send it over on a third touch. Sent over. Nice sneaky good play right there by Bishop State. And back and forth we go here in set number 1 as number 19, Megan Flippin, will come in for the Wildcats. 5-5 here. Glad you to be with us on Dallas Renzi with the call. Be here all day for 4 matches here on court number 1. And it looks like that went off the antenna, or one of the Wildcats went into the net, however. And it'll be a point here for Hanceville. And it'll now be number 24, the setter, Marley Wakefield. Wakefield, setter from Corner, Alabama, in her sophomore season with the Lions. Good serve right there. Sent over. Good defense right there as that was an attack from Flippin. Nice dive and play. The Wildcats will have to send over on the third touch. They will. Lions with a chance to set something up. That'll take a deflection, but it will be a kill for number 14, Braylee Quinn, who has a couple of kills so far in this one. 7-5. Braylee Quinn, the outside sophomore hitter, listed at 5'9" from Logan, Alabama. Good serve right there, as this will be sent over by Taylor, who has a 1 kill so far. That'll go off of the hands of the blockers up at the front net for Bishop State, and Hanceville has an 8-5 lead. Their serve up coming here from Marley Wakefield. The 2 setters in this one for Wallace State will be Anna Claire Hudo, number 11, who was honored right before the beginning of this match. As that'll be tipped over, but it looks like it went off the antenna. Another costly error here by the Wildcats. As Bishop State last night with a 5-set thriller against Lawson State. As we had the play-in game last night at 6 o'clock. We did not have a play-in game last year. And it looks like Bishop State number 3, Michaela Griffin, went into the net, called from the head official, and it is 10-5. Started out with a very comfortable lead, 3-0 for Bishop State, but Hanceville starting to find their groove here in set number 1. That is off the hands of number 12, Taylor, and a timeout is going to be used by Bishop State. And since we have a break in the action, we'll take a look at the bracket that we have. Like I mentioned last night, that Bishop State, Lawson State determined the entire outcome of this entire tournament on who is going to play each team in the next day, as that was a timeout used by Bishop State. They have 1 remaining. But on the other court that we currently have live on JockJive Sports, it's going to be LBW, the Saints facing off against Pearl River. At 1 o'clock on this court, we'll have Enterprise State, the Boll Weevils, facing off against the Parsons from Snead State. And then on court number 2, it'll be Calhoun Community College versus Coastal North. And then after the first round of matchups here this afternoon, we'll have the losers bracket game and also winners bracket, as this will be the only day until we have 1 match tomorrow at 11 o'clock. We will use 2 courts. So after the conclusion of today and the 11 o'clock games tomorrow, we'll have the remaining matchups on court number 1, the court you are currently looking at here at the Mobile Civic Center. It looks like there was miscommunication with Hanceville and the officials. There are 2 courts going on, so I can see where the players get mixed up with the whistles. since you can hear them in the proximity. Here's an attack here as that'll go off the hands of Addison Dunnigan and into the stands. That'll be a kill for Megan Flippin, number 19. And straight out of the timeout, a big point there for Bishop State. As it'll be number 10, Paris Collier, one of the 2 setters listed on the roster for Bishop State. Send it away on the serve. And now we'll take the deflection up in the air after the attack from Chloe Jackson. Sent over here by Flippin. Lions a good defense. They'll send it over, finding an opening in the defense. As Hansville will get back their 6-point lead. As they lead at 12-6 here. And like I said, if there are any games that end earlier before the 1 o'clock window, as that will be an attack or a service error for Wallace Hansville. We will not start early as games will start at their designated time. So the next game that we have scheduled here is Enterprise State versus Snead State on court number 1. So Wallace State this year in 43 matches, almost 13 kills per set. As that will be a kill for Chloe Jackson once again as she'll be subbed out. 13-7 here in set number 1. 225 hitting percentage for the Lions this season. Phenomenal numbers. As that will be possibly another service ace. But that will make it over the net. Nice diving play right there from Jemison. Tipped over. That'll go off of Jemison, and it'll be a kill for the Lions to make it 14-7. The largest lead of set number 1 for the Lions so far. Like I said, Bishop State got off to a great start to this set. Hansville finding their groove very quickly here in this one. Tipped over the middle of the net. Nice diving play there. Lions will reset here. Blocked again at the net. Bishop State not giving up any of the easy ones, and that'll be an attack here. Too much power on that one by Brayley Quinn, who's been very active in this set number 1. It'll be number 9, Braden Holston. Holston from Spanish Fort, Alabama, in her first year with the Wildcats. That's blocked at the net. Goes off the net 2 times. Wildcats are able to keep the play alive. Tipped over. Chance here. Nice diving play on her knees. So Wildcats and the Lions battling here. Flirting with the net right there. That'll be tipped over. We continue play, and the Lions will come up with the point. Hard fought point right there from the Lions, as that was Faith Parker with the tip over to come away with the kill. 15-8, back to a 7-point lead here for the Lions. That'll be popped up in the air. Nice save right there from Michaela Lindsay, the Lumbero. That'll be sent over. Good position here by the Lions. Middle of the net, they tapped again, they got it. And actually looks like the Lions went into the net. So Bishop State's going to come out with a point, and they desperately needed that one. This will be the Lumbero, number 21, Trinetti Chapman. Chapman will send it away. Have made a bunch of diving plays so far in this one. This will go off of number 3, Michaela Griffin. Big point right there for the Lions. Head coach Randy Daniel enjoying what he's seen so far, like we mentioned, in his 17th season with the Wallace State volleyball team. Tipped over, and attack goes back to Bishop's side of the court. That'll go off of a line, and it'll be a kill for Bishop State. Both teams finally are at double digits in this one. As you can see on our screen, we have the Bishop State baseball team helping out with any loose balls that deflect out of play. Like we had last year, that'll go down as a service ace for the Wildcats, as they're only down by 5 so far. as it looks like it will be number 12, Taylor, just got the service ace. Scratch that, that'll be number 13, Manning, one of the setters. Blocked at the net by Griffin and company. And it's 16-12. Bishop State trying to find their groove here after using their first of 2 timeouts here in set number 1. They have 1 remaining. Wallace State has both of their timeouts remaining. As this goes straight to Lombero, Lindsay blocked again by Griffin and company. That goes off the net, and the third touch will not make it over as it goes off the hands of Braden Holston. 17-12. So 2 courts currently being used right now, LBW and Pearl River on the other side. Good serve right here as this will go to Manning. And a kill right there from number 12, Taylor, has been very active here in this set. Number 1. Bishop State lost the first set they played in last night against Lawson State, but they were able to come back and come out with a victory. Taylor with a service error. Big crucial point given up to the Lions. Serve outcoming here from Marley Wakefield. Wakefield this season with 54 kills on the year and 509 assists. Leading away on with assists is Anna Claire Hudo with over 1,100 serves. Sent over. Chance here for the Lions. He'll be hit over by Quinn. Good defense here by Bishop State. Nice stab right there from Dunnigan. Blocked again at the net. They'll send it over. An attack right down Main Street by Michaela Griffin. 18-14. Substitutions here, as this will be number 10, Paris Collier. Sent over the Lions, as that will go off the hands of number 23, Jamont. And that'll be a kill right there by number 14, Braylee Quinn. Once again, she'll come in for the serve to make it 19-14. Looks like substitute, so Quinn will come out. It'll be number 2, Riley Jones. Riley Jones, sophomore from Jones Chapel, Alabama, as she sends it over. Popped up in the air, nice diving play. Keeping it in was Jones. Manning, middle of the net, that hits a deflection, and it'll be a kill for Janiyah King. And it looks like actually is going to be a point here for Wallace Hansville. So we don't know if one of the Wildcats actually went into the net or possibly a ball handling error, but it will be a Hansville lead. After the serve, that's going to be sent over, and it'll go off of a couple of Wildcats. Heads up play there by Hansville. They are making sure Bishop State is on their toes here in this first set. As it will be another serve here for Riley Jones. Riley Jones has played in 35 matches this season for Hansville. Left side of the net. That'll go underneath the net. Diving attempt there by Chapman. And it's 22-14. Timeout's going to be used. Second and final of set number 1 for Bishop State. We'll take a quick break here on the broadcast. 22-14, Hansville. Welcome back to the Mobile Civic Center for set number 1 between the Lions and the Wildcats. The loser of this game will not be eliminated, but they have a tougher road to try to get to the championship game. As another serve coming up here from Riley Jones. 39-4 overall record for Hansville 12-0 in the conference, as they were able to take care of their opponents in the North Division. Sent over another mishap by the Wildcats again. Dive and play, but it's underneath the net. A mishap between the Wildcats up near the front of the net. They've been unable to keep possession on their side of the court, as this will be a service error by number 2, Riley Jones. Makes it 23-15 as Hansville's 2 set points away from taking set number 1. Two teams will switch sides. Jemison with the serve. Line set up a nice play, but good defense here by the Wildcats. That'll be sent over by Flippen, and there she has another kill. Takes a couple of deflections, goes into the bench for Wallace Hansville. Another serve upcoming. Now a lot of room for error here for the Wildcats if they want any chance of storming back to take set number 1. Hudo. That's blocked at the net, but it will be out of bounds, so it will be a point here for Hansville. And they can win the set right here. Number 21, Michaela Lindsay from Double Springs, Alabama, in her second year. Sends it over on the serve. Can Bishop State keep the set alive? They will, as that'll be kill on the left side of the net by Megan Flippen. 24-17, Bishop State does not have any timeouts remaining here in set number 1. Hansville has all 2 of their timeouts remaining, but the way they've been playing here in set number 1, no need to use them. Lions with a chance to win it here, and they will not be able to. It looks like they almost took a deflection, but there'll be an attack error. 24-18. Another serve upcoming here from Braden Holston. Holston sends it away. Played right to the Lombero. Chance here again off the hand of one of the Wildcats, as that will be a kill by Faith Parker, number 5, and the Lions will take set number 1 by a final score of 25-18. The two teams will switch sides, and we will go to commercial break here on the broadcast and be back for set number 2 between the Lions and the Wildcats live here on JockJive Sports. And welcome back here on JockJive Sports, live here at the Mobile Civic Center. Wallace Hansville with a dominant 25-18 victory in set number 1. As we're about to get set number 2 as the two teams will switch sides here at the Mobile Civic Center. We are on court number 1. Looks like both games are starting set number 2. See, the Wildcats can make some adjustments here in this one. Both teams are back to 2 timeouts. And it's a nice start here for the Lions as they start out 1-0. After a dominant 25-18 victory, they led as many as 8 set points. As this will be a serve from number 14, Braley Quinn. Tipped over. Lions not fooled on that one. They'll tip it over again. They'll have to reset right here. Sent over and a kill for Marley Wakefield. And the Lions jump ahead 2-0. The first set, Wildcats actually jumped ahead 3-0. And then Hansville was able to find their groove. And now the Wildcats will come out with a point after a mishap with the Lions near the front of the net. 2-1 Lions. As Bishop State end up finishing 4th in the South Division, going 6-4 in the conference. They actually tied with Coastal North, but Coastal North had the tiebreaker. So Coastal North avoided playing in the play-in game, which was last night. Last year we did not have a play-in game. We started straight to double elimination, but the 2 4 seeds, Lawson State and Bishop State, had to play in the play-in game. The winner advanced to this tournament to day number 2. The loser was sent packing. Popped up here, nice diving play by the Wildcats on the back line. Sent over by Griffin. Middle of the net, it'll be a kill by number 10, Lexi Weber. And it is 3-2, Wallace Hansville. Bishop State was able to win their final game of the regular season, but it wasn't good enough to come over Coastal North, as that is a block at the net again by number 10, Lexi Weber. And it is 4-2. Wallace Hansville has not used any of their 2 timeouts so far in this match. It's been consistent play here by the Lions. They'll take a deflection and it'll drop in on Wallace Hansville's side of the court. That'll be a kill by number 14, Janiah King. She's been very busy as well so far in this one. Bishop State in all white with black shorts. Line drive serve right there. Hudo sets up her teammate, but a block at the net, as that'll go down as an attack error by Marley Wakefield. And a nice block by Griffin and company to knot it up at 4 apiece here in set number 2. But glad to be back here at the Mobile Civic Center, my second time being here at this tournament, as that takes a deflection of 23, Jay Jamont. Had a fun time calling the volleyball matches last year. Wallace Hansville had a very dominant team. Ended up being the runner-up to Monroe College, one of the New York teams that came in to participate in the tournament. This year they won't be in this one. This is why we have Pearl River. Skied a mile up in the air, right down the middle from Griffin. She is denied. Tipped over here by Jadson. She's denied as well. Another block at the net and drops in on Bishop State's side of the court. 6-4, as this will be number 22, Addison Dunnigan. Dunnigan comes in with the serve. Bates for one of the Wildcats, and it looks like a mishap between Griffin and number 12, Taylor. Taylor ended up going into the net, and it'll be 7-4. Dungan from Gardendale, Alabama. In her first year, listed at 5'3". Listed as one of the other Limberos. And that finds the back of the line. Bishop State comes up with a big point. 7-5. as this will be number 12, Tamari Taylor. Taylor will serve it away. Nice line drive serve. Nicely played here by Hansville. Popped up in the air, and it looks like another net infraction on the Wildcats. They've been called a couple times here tonight, or today, I should say, since we're technically in the morning time. Going into the net, giving up some points to the Lions. That'll be a serve from Marley Wakefield. Sent over on the third touch, they do it. Hutto, nicely played there by Bishop State. Sent over, and that's off the hands of number 13, Addison Stewart. Wildcats will make this a 2-set-point lead here for Hansville, as this will be number 10, Paris Collier. Collier, a local here from Mobile, Alabama. Nice sneaky play, a nice diving play there by Stewart. Bishop State's able to recover. Another chance here, and it's going to be a kill easily by number 14, Braley Quinn. As the Lions just continue to capitalize on their hits. This is a team with a .225 hitting percentage, and they are showing it on full display here this morning. As Faith Parker will be subbed in for number 13, Addison Stewart. So Addison Stewart will come in 9-6. Hansville here in set number 2. Another serve upcoming here from number 14, Braley Quinn. And a mishap, just a little tap over at the front of the net from Stewart and company. I've seen that a couple times where Bishop State's unable to control the serve and allow their teammates to get a couple more touches before they're able to send it over. And another player for Bishop State goes into the net. That's going to be number 14, King, once again. Makes it 11-6, and it's going to be another timeout used here by Bishop State. They've used almost all of their possible timeouts so far here in set number 2. And for the match, we'll take a quick break here on the broadcast. Back here at the Mobile Civic Center for the ACCC Volleyball Championship, as we have made it to day number 2 after a play-in game featuring the same Wildcats you see on the court with Lawson State. And this is the first match of the season between the Wildcats and the Lions. Wildcats haven't played as many games as Hansville has this season, but they're still able to make it to tournament. Popped up in the air. This almost goes over to the bench of Wallace Hansville. It'll be sent over. Chance here for the Wildcats. Middle of the net, and no, it'll be tipped over by Jamont. Sent over, and that's just out of bounds, as that will be an attack here by Megan Flippin. 12-6. Bishop State has one timeout remaining here in set number 2. Wallace Hansville still has both of their timeouts remaining. And so it'll be number 14, Braley Quinn, to send it away. And another mishap on the serve, and that goes underneath the net by Kendall Thomas. 13-6. Just having a very hard time controlling the serves are the Wildcats. As Hansville, we'll see, go back to their stats once again, as they average just over 2 service aces per set. And even if they don't get any service aces, they're still able to allow their team to get an easy touch at the front of the net to come out with the point. Here's the serve here from Jaden Jemison. Chance here, a strong attack right there. Blocked at the net, as that will be a block from Chloe Jackson and company. 14-7. The Lions led as many as 8 set points in set number 1. They're very close to matching that total here in set number 2. As the serve will come in from Michaela Lindsay. Sent over by Thomas. She's denied. Sent over, popped up in the air, and that's going to deflect into the other court. Nicely done by one of the ball boys for Bishop State to prevent that ball going into the other court, or we would have had a replay of the point. 15-7. Nice sneaky play right there from Lilia Manning, the setter, as she sends it over 15-8. Hansville has been very dominant so far here in the match, as they are 10 set points away from taking set number 2 and taking a 2-0 lead over the Wildcats in our first of 4 matches that we have here on court number 1. And this will be where the championship match is at as well, a mishap with the Wildcats, and that'll be another set point for the Lions from Wallace State Hansville. And the serve from number 4, Chloe Jackson. Nice dive and play. They'll send it over on a third touch. Hudo, middle of the net. It'll be a kill from number 10, Lexi Weber. And it is 17-8. And guess what? Bishop State uses their second and final timeout of set number 2. And we will step aside for 30 seconds as Hansville dominating set number 2 once again. Welcome back here to Mobile Civic Center as head coach Nicole Keyshock having a long conversation with her team as they trail 17-8. Hansville won the first set 25-18, and they are on their way to winning back-to-back sets and start their journey of winning the conference championship after, like I said, running up last year against Monroe. Pearl River comes in as the number 3 seed in the conference, as they will be facing off right now against LBW. That game is currently, or that match, I should say, is currently in set number 2. As that is going to be an attack error on the Wildcats, making 18-8. As Nicole Keyshock, we would love to try to avoid playing in another elimination game very early in this tournament. Right now, you're facing off against one of the tougher teams in this tournament. That'll deflect into the storekeeper's table after it goes off the hands of Manning. It's 19-8. After the timeout, Hansville has been able to take the next 2 set points. Little lob over on the serve. Manning sets up her teammate, and that will be number 12, Taylor, with the kill. 19-9. Bishop needs a huge rally if they want any chance of taking this set. Trinetti Chapman. Chapman from Jasper, Alabama in her sophomore season, listed at 5'2". Very quick, agile player, been able to help the Wildcats move on in the tournament. That goes off the hands of a couple lines at the net. Unable to get there was Wakefield. And Bishop State finally has reached double digits in set points here in set number 2. As Chapman winds it up, serves it away. Another good line drive serve. Hudo fates it, and it'll be a kill. Yes, it'll go off the net. Another kill right there from number 5, Faith Parker. 20-10. 5 set points away for the Lions. Addison Stewart about to serve it away. Stewart, line drive serve. That goes off of 2 Wildcats and deflects into the stands. It'll be a service ace. 21-10. Randy Daniel loving what he's seen from his squad so far. Chapman up to Taylor. That might have hit the bottom of the net, but it was blocked anyway. 22-10. 3 set points away here in set number 2. Stewart will wind it up once again with a service ace so far here in set number 2. Right to Chapman. Taylor winds it up. She's blocked again. It'll be sent over. The Lions with a chance, but they're going to give the point here to the Lions. I think the Wildcats were in the net once again. It's been a constant error they've been trying to avoid here in the first 2 sets of this one. 23-10. Here's the serve. Popped up. Taylor again. Keeps it alive. Hudo comes up forward. Quinn finds the back of the line. 24-10. The Lions can win the set right here. No room for error here for Bishop State. Down 14 set points. That serve will go into the net. 24-11. As this will be Bishop State's number 13, Manning. From Milton, Florida. Listed as a setter in her freshman year with Bishop State, trying to keep set number 2 alive. Lions with a chance here to win it. Quinn sends it over. Chapman in great position. Middle of the net, takes a deflection. And the set will continue. 24-12 as the deficit is cut in half. Manning with another serve upcoming. As she winds it up right to the opposite of Lombero. Hudo to Quinn. And the Lions will take set number 2 by a final score of 25-12 as they've won the first 2 sets and they can win the match with a set 3 victory. We'll step aside here on the broadcast here on JockJive Sports, live here at the Mobile Civic Center. Wallace Hansel up 2-0 as we go to set number 3 here at Civic Center. And back here for set number 3. Wallace Hansville win the first 2 sets. First one 25-18, 25-12 in set number 2. They can win the match with a set number 3 victory. Glad you can be with us here on JockJive Sports. I'm Dallas Lindsay with the call here today. It's been a good one so far. The Lions have been able to dominate this one due to the fact that they have a bunch of players that have over 200 kills on the year. And it'll be a Lion going into the net, and the Wildcats will jump ahead 1-0 here in set number 3. Like I mentioned, the amount of kills the Lions have, they have almost close to 2,000 kills on the year. 409 kills for sophomore outside hitter number 14, Brayley Quinn, who's been very active in this one. Hudo, middle of the net, as it will be a kill by number 10, Lexi Weber, who also is another big contributor with 371 kills this season for the Lions. As it will be number 2, Riley Jones, to send it away here. Blocked by Griffin. Chapman almost went underneath the net. Well, she did, but thankfully she did not make contact with the net, but it will be a Bishop State point. 2-1 Wildcats. Just got a word on the other side on court number 2, since we have a double coverage of this ACCC Volleyball Championship here in day number 2. As it's Pearl River down 2-0 against LBW. It's going to be a point here as another player has gone into the net. And it is going to be 2-2 here in set number 3. So we've seen that mostly from Bishop State, but now it looks like the Lions have made contact with the net. Both teams like to play up near the net. As Manning will come up for this one. He'll be sent over by Taylor. Blocked down by number 13, Stewart and company. 3-2. So like I said, LBW with a 2-0 lead over Pearl River, who is the number 3 seed coming into this one. Sent over by Griffin. Nicely played here. Luto. Sent over by Dunnigan. Chance here for the Wildcats. Taylor winds it up. Can't get it to go. Another Santa chance, but that will be too much power on that one from Stewart. And it is 3-3. Started out back and forth between the two teams in the first 2 sets. The last set, Wallace Hansville just dominating. They were up 24-12 near the end of it. Now will take a deflection off Griffin, and it'll be another kill for Brayley Quinn. Makes it 4-3. So we take a look back at the bracket. We will have here on court number 1 the Bull Weevils from Enterprise State versus Snead State here at 1 o'clock p.m. So we will have that on a different live stream. But still, all games will be produced here on JockJive Sports, as we are knotted up at 4 after a kill there for the Wildcats. So all games will be live streamed on JockJive Sports. We will have 2 courts in action all day today, and then we will have both courts in use tomorrow at the 11 o'clock hour. Diving attempt, they're able to send it over on the last chance by Jamont. That'll be tipped up. Wildcats with a chance here, and a miscommunication as Megan Flippin was not on the same page with her teammates, and it will be a costly error to give Hansville a 5-4 lead. On court number 2 at 1 o'clock, we will have Calhoun Community College versus Coastal North. A mishap there. Flippin winds it up, popped up in the air by Wakefield, trying to come up to make the play was Hudo. And a clear. Hudo went diving in for that one while unable to come up with it. And it's 5-5. Going back to Anna Claire Hudo, she was honored prior to the game for her phenomenal season this year with over 1,100 assists. She's played in 42 matches this year. 359 dids. Just an all-around player this year for Wallace Hansville. That will go off the antenna. 6-5. Another serve coming here from Michaela Lindsay, who has 70 assists on the year, 1 kill this year, and 636 dids this year for Wallace Hansville. Just an all-around excellent team. That'll take a couple of deflections, and it'll be a kill here for Bishop State. 6-6 here in set number 3. Bishop State will have Braden Holston, a local from Spanish Fort, Alabama. Just a good about 20 to 30-minute drive. They'll have to send over on third touch. They will, as that was played by Parker. Taylor lines it up, and there's a kill. 7-6. The Wildcats have regained the lead here in set number 3. So the loser of this match is not eliminated. They will go to the losers bracket game, which will be played at 3 o'clock. But you have a better chance of going to the championship game a lot quicker if you're able to stay in that winners bracket game. 2 Wildcats to live, but they're able to keep the play alive. That's Taylor. Tries to hit it to the opposite side of the court. The last chance, that was Weber at the front of net. Taylor sends it over. Good rally here. Sent over, and it finds the corner of the line on the right side of the court for Bishop State. 7-7. A nice kill right there by number 11, Anna Claire Hutto, in her sophomore season. Anna Claire setter from Moulton, Alabama, listed at 5'9". 7-7. Good set number 3 here as Hutto made that twin, sends it over. Manning, Taylor, over to the libero. Parker, that's blocked. Play will continue. No, it looks like it hit the side of the net. And it looks like that was 4 hits on Wallace Hansville. So it was not a block. It was hit underneath the white part of the net, near the top of the net. Trinetti Chapman sends it away here. Just lobs it over, and she's got a service ace. Bishop State with their largest lead of set number 3, 9-7. Their largest lead of this entire match is 3. And that was at the beginning of this match. Another lob. Nice diving play there by Lindsay. And that finds a corner of the court on Bishop State. A kill to make it 9-8 to stop the bleeding. Serve upcoming here by Riley Jones. Riley this season with 148 dids, getting the nod in this one. She's played in 35 matches, and she hits it into the net for a service error. Bishop State, the first team to make it to double digits here. So a full day of volleyball here at the Mobile Civic Center. As the crowd continues to pile in, a couple teams are scouting. And it looks like it's going to be a timeout used here by Wallace Hansville, and that is their first of this entire match they've used. We'll step aside here on the broadcast for 30 seconds. Welcome back here. Wallace Hansville using their first timeout of this entire match. They didn't use any of their possible 2 timeouts in both set number 1 and set number 2. As head coach Randy Daniel not pleased with what he's been seeing here in set number 3. Had a long conversation. Bishop State trying to keep the match alive. They have to win this set to force a set number 4. But it's going to be an uphill battle here for the Wildcats. And the win last night for Bishop State, the first set was won by Lawson State 25-21. Bishop State ends up winning set 2 and set 3, 25-18 and 25-18. So back-to-back sets with the final score being 25-18. Ball State with a dominant set number 4, 25-11. And then set number 5, talking to my colleague, he was alerting me of Bishop State was down 14-11, but 2 costly mistakes by Lawson State was the difference in that one to give Bishop State a 16-14 victory in set number 5, and that's why they are here today in day number 2 of the ACCC Volleyball Championship. Taylor winds it up, and she's got a kill. Taylor's been the go-to player for the kills. She leads the team with 172 kills. Second place is Kendall Thomas, number 4, with 151. Michaela Griffin has 116 kills. Janai Keene with 129. We continue play. Flipping, blocked at the net. She'll reload, pops it up, and set up on a silver platter for Addison Stewart. 11-10. Addison Stewart with the kill. Marley Wakefield will come in for the serve for Wallace Hansville. As we just eclipsed 1 hour since the beginning of this one, granted we did have player introductions and a national anthem, and that finds an opening for Flippin. 12-10 every time Wallace Hansville draws to within 1. Bishop State takes back their 2-set point lead. As this will be number 10, Paris Collier. Collier with 1 kill this year and has 22 dids on the year. Hasn't seen much playing time, as that will be an easy kill right there for Braley Twin, right at the feet of number 12, Taylor. And it is 12-11, Twin with the serve. Popped up, Manning, back to Flippin, blocked. Flippin with a second chance right there. We continue as it's blocked back into Bishop State's side of the court. And I believe it should be 12-12. Well, right down the scorekeepers have it 12-11. No, now it's 12-12. 12-12 between the Lions and Bishop State here in set number 3. Flipping blocked again. Chapman keeps it alive. Manning trying to tip it over. And the Wildcats go into the net. And the Lions will take their first lead of this set number 3 since the early stages of this one. As number 14, Braley Twin, since the way leads the team in kills. Nice kill right there by number 23, Jay Jamont. And we're knotted back up at 13 apiece. And it looks like there's an issue with the score. And it looks like they're going to go back to a 13-13 tie. Serve here for Jaden Jemison from Bluntstown, Florida, in her sophomore season. As that is blocked back by number 14, Janiyah King at the front of the net. Bishop State regains the lead 14-13. Wallace Hansville has 1 timeout remain. Bishop State has both of their timeouts remain. Jemison will send it away, another line drive serve. Hutto sends it over. Manning over to Flippin, takes a deflection, kept alive. They battle for it at the net. Hutto blocked and out of play. That will go down as a kill for number 5, Faith Parker. Faith Parker with her 253rd kill of the year. 14 all here in set number 3. Serve here by number 21, Michaela Lindsay. Manning over to Flippin, tips it over, almost went into the net, but is able to stand clear of the net. Tipped over by Parker. Nicely played here. Flipping again off the net. Kept alive here by Wakefield. Braley Twin sends it over, and we continue the rally here. Popped up. Hutto battles for it at the net, and looks like the Lions went into the net. It'll be a point here for the Wildcats. 15-14. Wildcats have to win this set to keep the match alive. Right now up by 1. Remember, you have to, it's the first of 25, but you have to win by 2. Sent over and serve from Holston. Sent over by Faith Parker. That's in. 15-15. Will head coach Nicole Keyshock call a timeout at the games, or the match, or I should say the set starts to get away from her team right now. It's down 2-0. Taylor winds it up. That's blocked into the scorekeeper's table. 16-15. As it'll be number 21, Trinetti Chapman Lumbero. In her sophomore season, Chapman winds it up in her all-black uniform, lobs it over. Just not a strong serve, but it's definitely deceptive when it comes to the lines on the other side. They have to come diving in. Ludo over to Stewart. That's blocked. Too much power on that block. 16 all. The Lions looking for a sweep here against their first matchup of the season between the Wildcats. Looks like there was an issue with the scorekeeper's table. 16 all. Line drive service, a service ace for Riley Jones. Lions have regained the lead 17-16. Riley Jones with her line drive serve. Manning over to Taylor, blocked by Stewart and company. 18-16. And a timeout used by the Wildcats. Their first of the set. Both teams with one timeout remain. Will step aside for 30 seconds here in set number 3 at the Mobile Civic Center. The closest set of the morning, 18-16, Wallace-Hanceville. Bishop State trailing their largest deficit here in set number 3. They have to win the set to keep the match alive. Another serve coming up here from Riley Jones. Jones lops it over. Man, near the net. That's in as she drops it in for a kill. So Bishop State, right after the timeout, come out with the point. First set was 25-18 Lions, 25-12 Lions in set number 2. Here in set number 3, it's been a battle between these two teams. Who's going to come out with a set 3 victory? And will the match continue? Jones keeps it alive here. Sets up Stewart, popped up in the air. Manning over to Taylor. Hudo pops it up. Lindsay, bat to Stewart. Too much power. 18 all. That was a big timeout there from head coach Nicole Keyshock. Got her team back to an 18-18 draw right now. Just trying to muster away a huge comeback here. Popped up, Jones to Lindsay, sends it over on the third touch. Chance here for the Wildcats, sets something up. Taylor takes a deflection, Lindsay with a nice dive and play, but it goes off the net. 19-18. Hanceville has one timeout remaining. We'll see if they use it here. They're unable to come up with a net set point. 19-18, Wildcats trying to pull off a stunner here in the first round, and that is going to go off one of the hands for the Lions, and it's a service ace. And the Wildcats are the first team to 20 points here in set number 3. A service ace. Wildcats fans trying to pump up their team right now. Right to Riley Jones. Sent over by Braylee Jones. She's got it. 20-19. Head coach Randy Daniel knows what is at stake right here, trying to close this match as soon as possible to send his team to the winner's bracket. As this will be number 14, Braley Quinn. Quinn sends away on the serve. 20-19 Manning over to Taylor. And it takes a deflection. And it looks like it was into the net either way. So it'll be 21-19. Bishop State 4 set points away from coming away with a set 3 victory and forcing a set number 4 here on the first match of 4 that we have here today. Quinn is blocked. Michaela Griffin with the block. And it's 22-19. Timeout by Hansfield, their second and final of set number 3. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. Welcome back here to set number 3. Hansville did not use any timeouts in the first 2 sets, but here in set number 3, they've used both of their possible timeouts. Bishop State has 1 timeout remaining. 3 set points away from taking set number 3 and forcing a set number 4. Just got word on court number 2, their first match of the day is finished. LBW with a sweep over Pearl River. Will we have a sweep in this one? It's going to be a large comeback here for Wallace Hansfield. They want to finish it in 3 sets. Manning to Griffin. Over to Riley Jones. Hutto. Braley Quinn winds it up and's got the kill. 22-20. And almost every single set besides set number 4 against Lawson State last night has been very close between Bishop State and their opponents. 22-20, Wakefield with the serve. Manning, bat to flipping, blocked. And it's going to stay in play. Braley Quinn keeps it alive. They'll have to send over on third touch. They do from Hutto. Sent over by Flippin. They continue to rally here. Braley Quinn, nicely played there by Taylor. Over to Flippin. We continue to rally here. Wakefield to Quinn once again. She's got another kill. Back-to-back kills for Braley Quinn, the leader in kills for the Lions. 22-21. So after a big timeout used by the Lions will cause Bishop State to use a timeout. Up by 1. We'll step aside for another 30 seconds here in set number 3. Well, both teams are now out of timeouts here in set number 3, so it should be continuous play unless we have an injury occurring here. Wildcats are up by 1. Needing this victory to set up set number 4. While Hansfield can advance to the winner's bracket with a victory here. And here's a serve from Wakefield. Flipping. Nicely played there by Lindsay. Bats a Braley Quinn. Taylor with a nice diamond play. Third touch I'll have to send over. That's Chapman. Hutto right down the middle looking for one of her teammates. Braley Quinn will send it over on the last desperation play. Flipping again. Hits it into the net. 22 all. So after the timeout, hard-earned point right there for the Lions. Hitting it into the net was Flippin. Sent up in the air, Chapman. Bat to Flippin. off the net, but looks like it went off the antenna. So it'll be a point here. 23-22. The Lions are 2 set points away. They're 1 away now after a mishap with the Wildcats. 24-22. So on the other tour, LBW defeats Pearl River 3-0. 25-17 set 1, 25-18 set 2, 25-20 in set number 3. Lions trying to get to the winner's bracket as well. To Chapman, Manning, down the middle to Griffin. Lindsay with a good defense here. Lions can win here. Brayley Quinn sends it over. Chapman with a nice dive and play. Keeps it alive. Manning. Taylor will send it over. Lindsay. Luto. Almost a sneaky play to come out with the win. Flippin. Sends it over. Brayley Quinn. Too much power on that one. No, it was deflected and the Lions will win. It's set number 3 and win to match with a sweep. 25-22 is your final. It was a deflection at the end as they win it. As we'll take a look at our breakdown here on the broadcast. A 3-1 victory. 25-18 in set number 1 for the Lions. 25-12 in set 2. 25-22 in a hard-fought game right there, as well as make adjustments to that one. It was 25-22 in favor of the Lions. Well, that will do it here on the broadcast as your Wallace State Hansfield Lions defeat Bishop State 3-0. Enterprise State is upcoming here on the broadcast, as it will be the Boll Weevils and the Parsons as both teams take their warm-ups. But that will do it here for our first match of 4. I'm Dallas Trinity. We'll be back in about 39 minutes for our second match of the day.